friends, colleagues, graduates, welcome to the University of Manchester and to this very special occasion. We hope very much that you'll enjoy this ceremony and the remainder of your time here in this remarkable city, which I'm sure you know, especially those of you who may be history graduates, is the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution and where new ideas in science, technology, social science and the arts have been and continue to be conceived. And that story, which is really a story about the creation of the modern world, is one with which we at this university continue to engage. Welcome, therefore, to Manchester, where the future is being shaped. May I particularly welcome those guests here who are family, friends, and supporters of those who are about to graduate. Some of you, I know, will have travelled a very long way indeed to be here today, whether it's from elsewhere in the UK or from different parts of the world. Thank you for helping to make this day unique in the lives of these graduates, and thank you for all you have done along the way to get them here. I know you will be proud of their achievements, and should be, but almost certainly they would not be here without your financial and no doubt emotional support. And just in case you think that is the end of it, I can assure you, as a parent of graduates, that it is most certainly not the end of it. Now, we're going to spend a good deal of energy, I hope, applauding you, our graduates, but perhaps you would like to show your appreciation of the people who have been by your side throughout this journey and are here with you today. So thank you. Not overdo it. Okay. And welcome to my colleagues from the School of Arts, Histories and Cultures who have been your teachers. And don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to applaud them. But there is a Chinese proverb that says, teachers open the door, you enter by yourself, which I guess contains a truth of sorts, as these things tend to do in an enigmatic sort of way, but while making teaching sound very easy and passive, which it is not. And the point is that none of us make intellectual journeys alone. We all owe a debt to those from whom we learn, and I hope you will always remember those teachers in Manchester who opened doors to new ideas and to new ways of looking at the world for each of you. And on behalf of the university and of you, our graduates, I'd like to thank those lecturers and tutors, those who are here today and those who aren't, who gave of their best so that you might take a step closer to attaining your ambitions, whatever they may be. You are indeed privileged to have been taught in one of the most exciting and dynamic centres of arts, research and teaching, and at one of the great universities in the world. And I'm especially pleased to welcome back one of our former students, Toby Jones, who you'll hear about in a moment, one of Britain's most respected actors. It's a great privilege and a great inspiration to have Toby here with us today, and we're delighted that he's agreed to allow us to honour his achievements with an outstanding alumnus award during this ceremony. And finally, welcome to you. We're delighted that you chose to study at Manchester and that you're here in the grand setting of the Whitworth Hall to reap the reward of all that hard work. On behalf of the university, may I congratulate all of you. You've acquired a valuable degree, but you've also accumulated along the way knowledge, skills, experience, and relationships that will empower you throughout the remainder of your lives. So well done. You've finished this particular race, and you've carried off one of life's valuable prizes. Now, the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, who I hope you know something about, said or wrote, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. A habit we hope that you have polished here in this great seat of learning where Nobel Prizes are won. The task now, of course, is to go on pursuing excellence in whatever it is you choose to do. But the controversial American statesman Henry Kissinger once said, "Each success only buys an admission ticket to a more difficult problem." And I imagine that most of you know that already. And I hope you are eager and equipped to solve the next set of problems that come your way. The university's career services and the Alumni Association are here to give you some advice and support on the next stage of your journey. And your tutors and lecturers will no doubt continue to write you references, assuming you deserve them. Hopefully, you will stay in touch with your circle of fellow alumni, with your teachers, and with the university. And in time, who knows, we may come and ask your expert advice, or for your help in opening a door to Whitehall or wherever it is you work, or that you support an underprivileged student. So, I very much hope that today does not mark the end of your relationship with the University of Manchester. And I'd now like to invite Professor James Thompson to present Toby Jones for the Outstanding Alumnus Award.
Vice President and Dean, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. Our next speaker on stage is one of Britain's most respected actors, a man whose dedication to his craft and ability to charm audiences, old and young, has seen him conquer both stage and screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Manchester Alumni Association's Award for Outstanding Alumnus goes to Toby Jones. Having actors for parents, and I'm delighted to say that his mum, Jenny, is here in the audience with us today, but having actors for parents, one could say that the thespian tradition ran strongly in Toby's blood. In fact, one of his earliest memories of this very city was visiting from his Oxfordshire home to watch The Dresser in 1980 at the Royal Exchange, in which his father Freddie appeared. The image of such a strikingly new theatre in a historic carcass, like a spaceship had just landed, in his own words, remains embedded in his mind today. When he arrived at the university to study drama, it was actually with ambitions to become a director. A pivotal attraction of the course was the way it incorporated many human disciplines into the concept of drama: history, literature, anthropology, sociology, critical theory, psychology, and politics. Another irresistible lure was undoubtedly our university's track record of producing boundary-pushing young talent. This was most vividly demonstrated by the legendary studio group at the Stephen Joseph Studio, where students honed their writing and performance skills in front of their peers. Previous alumni have included household names such as Ben Elton, Rick Mail, and Adrian Edmondson. So we can see it was truly a time when independent-minded, alternative culture was thriving in Manchester. And so too was the music scene, allowing Toby to immerse himself in groundbreaking venues such as Band on the Wall and the Hacienda, all abuzz with a spirit of limitless cultural opportunities. Perhaps as a foretaste of his future career, he signed up for as many courses as he could at the Corner House Cinema, with lectures in film and postmodernism high up the list. It was, he recalls, a time of great diversity, excitement, and hope. After university, gripped by the notion that theatre had to transform to stay relevant, he moved to Paris for less traditional acting training under Jacques Lecoq, the avant-garde master of mime, mask, clown, and physical theatre, whose unconventional techniques had already produced such talents as Geoffrey Rush and Stephen Burkoff. With no strict divisions between actors, directors, and writers, it proved to be another fertile time for Toby, who was still open-minded as to which path his career would take. And what a career it turned out to be. After leaving Lecoq's school, early board-treading experiences saw him perform in Edinburgh, at theatres around London, but with grants for such projects difficult to come by, traditional theatre beckoned. His governing principle was, and remains, to resist pigeonholing by accepting a diversity of roles, maintaining the mystique and enigma vital for any character actor. It was a theatre role which led to perhaps his most exciting career break. Musical farce The Play What I Wrote had already been a London hit, with Toby winning an Olivier Award for Best Supporting Actor, and then it had a successful transfer to Broadway. An agent who witnessed this play was impressed enough to suggest Toby for the role of Truman Capote in a movie being prepared about the renowned American writer. It wasn't an immediately obvious choice, the boy from Oxford portraying the boy from Louisiana. But his acclaimed performance in the resulting film, Infamous, brought him to the attention of big screen directors around the world, and his career was transformed. Since then, he has worked with luminaries including Steven Spielberg, Oliver Stone, Ron Howard, Peter Greenaway, and Frank Darabont. And his resume now features high-profile projects such as Frost Nixon, W, Tintin, Captain America, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, as well as the Harry Potter and Hunger Games franchises. He continues to juggle screen and stage work, and when not inhabiting one of his distinctive and memorable characters, he still finds time to teach acting at the National Theatre and at the Complicity Theatre Company, as well as involving himself with campaigns for the Book Trust, Everybody Writes, and the Arc, where he works with disabled students. Sharing the stage today with Toby is, of course, an honour. But less well known is that having met Toby when I was 12, been involved in school projects with him over many years, and having enjoyed Manchester together in the 1980s, this isn't the first time we've been on stage together. The university inspires many people to go in very different directions. But for these two boys from Oxford, I'm pleased that we find ourselves still dressing up in rather strange costumes on stage together. Over 20 years since the end of our degrees, and more than 30 years since that we met. Versatile, hard-working, and meticulous, Toby Jones fulfills every criteria of a truly outstanding alumnus, and it is exciting to consider that his career is still very much in the ascendancy. Vice President and Dean, I present to you the 2012 Award for Outstanding Alumnus, Toby Jones.
Vice President, Dean, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it is with, my friend and colleague James, it's with great pleasure and some disbelief that I receive this outstanding alumnus award. Firstly, may I say I'm particularly grateful for this opportunity to formally thank those tutors whose teaching of drama has proved to have had a lasting impact on both my career, but perhaps more importantly, my outlook beyond my profession. How? Well, thinking back to when I was in the drama department, there existed at that time, 1986 to 1989, a dynamic and a challenging culture between the staff, the students, and between both of them and the very curriculum, which threw up many questions about the nature and function of drama as a whole. Questions with which I continue to wrestle even now. Unanswered questions, perhaps unanswerable questions, and usually and often dire, doom-laden prophecies, cheerfully predicting the imminent demise of theatre as we knew it. In one of his first lectures to us in the autumn of 1986, I remember Professor David Mayer warning us all against the temptations of solipsistic thinking, that our time as undergraduates would necessarily entail the contemplation and assimilation of unfamiliar, contrary, and often uncomfortable perspectives as to what the purpose of drama might be. And even if the contemporary theatre was in terminal decline, as we confidently and gleefully concluded on a weekly basis, drama itself was an ever-expanding field of study. Drama in prisons, drama in war zones, hospitals, drama in Parliament, and sports stadia. And in the curriculum, we were encouraged to reflect on and redefine these processes of drama and what drama might come to be in the future. And about 4 years ago, it must have been, I was led into a carpeted studio space somewhere in Santa Monica. It didn't look like a studio, it looked like a sort of hangar. And I was dressed as a frogman adorned with tracker spots, luminous spots all over my body. And I was invited not to come onto the set, but to enter the volume. And this prospect, the person inviting me was Steven Spielberg, and he was inviting me into the volume in my frog suit with my luminous stickers all over me. And I suppose it was as I watched my acting simultaneously recombobulated as a CGI cartoon, partly directed by Steven Spielberg, who was in the room with a sort of games console, and also partly directed by Peter Jackson, who was directing on a Skype screen from his desk in Wellington in New Zealand. There was still a part of my brain trying to contextualize and comprehend the wider significance of what this particular dramatic process might be, and to ponder my imminent and perhaps inevitable replacement by a more flexible and less argumentative avatar in the future. Nevertheless, standing here in front of you and listening to that very generous list and praise that I was given by James there, listening to those credits read out, I'm very aware that itself is it's a potentially deceptive perspective on what is effectively a series of chance encounters that other people decide to call a career. It's important to mention here all the uncelebrated performances at regional theatres, the small-scale fringe plays, the short-lived theatre companies, the uncredited appearances in obscure independent films that never appear, the forgotten ideals, ill-conceived tours, messed-up auditions, and the ever-present shadow of unemployment that define my job, and in some ways complete the picture of what my life since university has been. But I would say that if I've overcome some of these doubts and tamed some of the fears associated with the industry that I'm part of, and if I continue to thrive on the diverse challenges that it throws up, it is in part due to the questions that I was taught to ask in the drama department. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toby. And now I'd like to invite Professor Jeremy Gregory, Head of the School of Arts, Histories and Cultures, to address you.
Vice President and Dean, colleagues, graduands, and your families and friends, as Head of the School of Arts, Histories and Cultures, I'm delighted to congratulate those of you graduating today on your stunning success in obtaining your degrees. Colleagues in the school are extremely proud of what you have achieved. They have worked closely with you for 3 or more, and often for longer, if you are being awarded a PhD. We hope that you found your time here intellectually and academically stimulating, because whatever else studying for a degree gives you, the experience should have been one where you found yourself both challenged and excited. I'm extremely grateful to my colleagues for having given you that experience. For many of you, I have no doubt it will have transformed your lives, though you may not know it yet. I therefore ask you all to join me in thanking the teaching and support staff for all their efforts and dedication during your time with us. This ceremony in the magnificent Whitworth Hall, where most examinations used to be held, and some still are, reminds us of the bold Victorian hopes and aspirations for our university, and it also reminds us that the subjects studied by you for your degrees have a long and distinguished record at this institution. In 1903, the Faculty of Music, you were a faculty in those days, was one of 7 faculties in the university until it joined with the Faculty of Arts in 1986. Drama was opened as a department in 1961, funded from a generous bequest by Granada Television, and quickly established itself as one of the leading centres in the UK. Drama has long been involved in validating degree programmes from colleges in the UK and around the world, and we're pleased to have graduates from the Arden School of Theatre at Manchester College here with us today. Your time will come. I'm delighted to say that today, both music and drama are flourishing at Manchester and are known for their excellent teaching and research. In research terms, drama is currently ranked second amongst higher education institutions in the UK, and music third. Students have voted that colleagues in music and drama are amongst the best teachers in the whole university. I'm pleased to note, and we'll hear more of this later, that Dr. Rebecca Harrison, currently head of music, won the Dean's Award for Teaching, and Dr. David Butler from drama won the university's Distinguished Award for Teacher of the Year. And over the last few months, the university has made some new appointments to both these departments, indicating its continued investment in these subjects. In music, there are a couple of special highlights to note. The university awarded an honorary doctorate to our alumnus, Sir Peter Maxwell Davies, Master of the Queen's Music, in October. Professor Barry Cooper's reconstruction of the original slow movement to Beethoven's String Quartet in G, Opus 18, No. 2, was given its live premiere by the university's resident string quartet, the Quatuor Danel, in September, recorded by Reuters and Russian TV, and was broadcast around the world's classical music media. Out of a large number of incredible student achievements this year in music, I'd like to highlight 3 which indicate the range of activities undertaken by the graduating cohort. Jamie Phillips has been appointed Assistant Conductor of the Halle Orchestra, their youngest ever appointment to this role. He also came second in the Salzburg Festival Young Conductors Award and will be conducting a special concert at the 2013 Salzburg Festival in recognition of his success. I think we should applaud him. David Wishart has been selected as one of only 100 students of science, music and fine arts from across Europe to participate in the Roche Continent Challenge in Salzburg this August. A lot of you seem to be going to Salzburg, but that's another matter. And he's going to be exploring the common ground of creativity and innovation in the arts and sciences in a series of workshops and concerts. Again, applause. And finally, Hannah Ashman received a commendation as one of the only 7 undergraduate students in the faculty to be nominated for the faculty's Undergraduate Student of the Year for her exceptional commitment to voluntary activities alongside her academic work. These have both enhanced other students' university experience, for example, through her co-establishment of a university-wide women's choir, and have contributed to the local community, where she has used her musical skills to help a wide range of projects designed to assist refugees and asylum seekers in the city. We must applaud her. Drama's successes this year include another major grant to Professor James Thompson for his groundbreaking In Place of War project. As our alumnus award to Toby Jones demonstrates, there's a rich history of Manchester drama students going on to have major successes in film, theatre, television and radio, as well as careers outside the creative arts. And this year's graduands have much to be proud of already, alongside their stunning academic performance. From theatre in prisons to the fantastic on screen, there's been some compelling student work displaying vivid imagination and social conscience. And 3 students, Josh Allett, Joe Gervitz, and Jenny Novitsky, achieved superb third-year results, which made them eligible for the university's Outstanding Student Prize. Jessica Bishop won the university's award as the Outstanding Peer Mentor of the Year for her work in creating a more supportive mentoring system for students new to the university. Let's applaud those students. And the university's Drama Society, led by Phoebe Janner and Rosanna Haas, is one of the strongest in the country, and 3 productions will be representing Manchester at this August's Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Swordy Well, written by Josh Allett and featuring Ollie Kurzweil and Laura Woodward. A Sky Burial, written by Joe Mackay and directed by Sophie Taylor. And Solve, featuring Madison Clare. We wish them all good luck. And in film, Urban Jungle, directed by Chloe Byatt, Joe Gervitz, Georgia Manners, and Emma Ryder, was runner-up at the Corner House's Showcase of Northwestern Filmmakers in June 2012. And later this year, before working with a renowned Living Theatre in New York, Nathan Shreve is directing St. Swithin's Day, I don't know about the weather or what, featuring Jenny Novitsky and Ellie Westbrook. After this ceremony, I invite you to join colleagues for a reception in the marquee to the left of University Place. I hope you thoroughly enjoy the rest of today. Please keep in touch with us and visit us when you're back in Manchester. We wish you the very best of luck for the future and look forward to hearing how you are doing. Thank you.
Vice President and Dean, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Hayley Jane Bradley. Beth Hannah Daly. Sean Derry. Matthew Jones. Ming Sun Lin. Robert Charles McComb. James Henry Pardo. Vanessa Silva Pereira. Rachel Suhami. And for the degree of Bachelor of Music with Honours, Hannah Ashman. Oliver Balcom. Nuria Bonnet-Filela. Matthew James Church. Matthew John Cundy. Sophie Day. Olivia Dobson. Natasha Maria Exposito. Emma Fry. Robert Furness. Stephanie Furness. Eleanor Claire Galloway. Sophie Galpin. David Gandon. Rebecca Jane Gosher. Anthony Hallett. Benjamin Horrigan. Edward Horsey. Emily Howe. Matthew Charles Howells. Sebastian Huckle. Thomas Alexander Jarvis. Thomas Clifford Dukes. Thomas Hugh Kelly. Tim Langston. Andrea Charlotte Lee. Samuel Wesley Lewis. Ruth Marie Kelly McIlvany. Elizabeth Parsons. Amy Patton. William Lewis Pickering. Matthew Powney. Timothy James Seymour Rathbone. Joe Toomey. Louisa Nomfundo Pauline Villeneuve. Susie Wedderburn. Emma Wilde. Dave Wishart. And Matthew Woodward. And for the degree of Bachelor of Music joint with the RNCM with honours, Laura Mackenzie. Theodore Vinden, and Daniel White.
Vice President and Dean, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Drama with Honours, Sophie Allen. Dashiell Barber. Jessica Bishop. Madison Clare. Natalie Crisp. Catherine Sarah Critchley. Amy Davis Dollamore. Elizabeth Catherine East. Stephanie Kate Elliott. Carrie Esmond. Denise Evans Skinner. Emma Louise Fennell. Anna Forsyth. Sophie Goodwin. Mary Grinstead. Catherine Hodgson. Olivia Daisy Jakeman Khan. Phoebe Janner. Harriet Lucy Johns. Fausta Jolly. Bethan Amy MacDonald. Elisha Mansuroglu. Joseph McKee. Amy McLeish. Joshua Samuel Meller. Andreas Michael. Jenny Eleanor Nowitzki. Harriet Page. Eleanor May Robertson. Catherine Ann Roper. Gareth Rowlands. Sarah Simmons. Sophie Taylor. Jolie Gabrielle Walker. Georgina Amber Roberta Watkinson. Amy Elizabeth Whitrod Brown. Laura Woodward. And in Drama and Screen Studies with Honours, Josh Allett. Chloe Nicole Byatt. Christine Crossan. Tyler Doyle. Lauren Jo Gewertz. Ellie Betson Jones. Ollie Kurzweil. Weiran Lee. Georgia Manners. Sarah Mottershead. Lowry Palfrey Roberts. Emma Louise Ryder. Elizabeth Maria Turnison. Amy Rhiannon Thomas. And in drama and English literature with honours, Hayley Blaine. Georgia Bolt. Clara Buckland. Victoria Kate Edgley Andrews. Olivia Ellison. Katrina Sarita Mary Feinstein. Michael Adam Garson. Amy Charlotte Gorton. Polly Julia Goss. Jade D. Grail. Rosanna Haas. Emma Katie Ann Hayes. Lily Howes. Rachel Longworth. Emma Jane Martindale. Aisling Purcell. Katie Joanne Richardson. Nathan Shreve. Erin Catherine Wollaston. And in music and drama with honours, Nia Sarah Coleman. Catherine Laura Mountford. Charlotte Trepes. Eleanor Frances Purefoy Westbrook.
The Manchester College Arden, Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Musical Theatre, Professional Stage Practice with Honours, Brogan Ray Anderson. Mark William Bayliss. Robert Buchanan. Michael Cheam. Nicola Ann Cole. Ross Cobbold. Hannah Cox. Sophie Louise Craig. Sophie Louise Craig. Hannah Marie Davis. Phoebe Andrea Day. Gary Lee Dixon. Joshua Dowan. Holly Jane Fletcher. Karen Thornton. Danielle Claire Foster. Louisa Friscolo. Lorna Faye Goldsmith. Owen Arthur Graham. James Stephen Groves. Jennifer Alice Johnson. Daniel Kennedy. Beth Relton Grice. Max Allen Ruddock. Danielle Seagar. Michael James Shaw. Amy Elizabeth Tennant. Charlotte Louise Thomas. Jennifer Sarah Tilley. Anna Florence Tully. Mia Rebecca Walsh. Abigail Louise Weigold. Lydia Mary Wells. Melissa Louise Westhead. Jonathan Woolridge. Hannah Louise Wright. And enacting professional stage practice with honours, Laura Valerie Arameo. Sarah Jane Brett. Lola Mère Violette Chignot. Stephanie Marie Collins. Ashley Cordery. Laura Francis Davenport. Declan Sean Edgerton. Rose Augusta Fowler. Joseph Martin Greenwood. Michael James Earl Harding. Eleni Victoria Hayden. Matthew Jones. Molly Jane Kay. Katie Louise King. Rachel Claire Lisserman. Adam Long. Michael Joseph Marr, Eleanor Samantha Manners, Laura Ann Marcroft, Emily Jane Marshall, Daniel Lewis Mee, Stephen Robert Moorhead, Guy Brian Oliver, John Richard Pank, Monica Kaur Sagar, Victoria Elizabeth Stone, Lee Francis Toombs, Harriet Wells, Aaron White, Ryan Keith Widows.
Vice President and Dean. As General Secretary of the Students' Union, I now have the honour of presenting the Student-Led Teacher Award. This year, the academic, Dr. Rebecca Harrison, was an easy choice to make as one of the judges. She's a fantastic academic who has many achievements to her name. This year, she staged the first fully staged opera at the University of Manchester, as well as founding Manchester University Brass Bands. She's described by her students as a hands-on lecturer who goes far beyond the usual reach of teaching. A few of the comments that I'd just like to pick out of the nomination were that she's a fantastic head of music who has inspired, encouraged, and supported and enriched music as a subject area. Also, her academic teaching is excellent. One student commented, "She has made herself really approachable to first years. She has tried her hardest to be the approachable lecturer who you could generally go to without being scared." And one went as far as to describe her as the rock of the music department. It is a great honour to present the award to Dr. Rebecca Harrison.
I hope you all enjoyed that event. I certainly did. It remains only to thank you. Thank you, Toby. Thank you to our guests, and thank you to all of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I now close this ceremony.